You just use a little tiny bit.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, that ain't because it's my boy. Yeah, see, I'm milk, time to go. Let's go.
Low. Fuck. That shit like some I just did that.
I began to be aware of just how much in the United States, the slavery, the kind of slavery that existed here was terrible and equally as terrible in the United States, but people were able to keep their religion, their God, their heartbeat, language. They were able to maintain rituals that was directly from Africa, and
Puerto Rican
for the first time in my life I became acquainted with the origins of Yamaya, Yamugo, Batala, and I was reclaiming just another
everybody in the big apartment complex, they handcuffed everyone, even kids. Some people was naked because they didn't feel the money. And they had all these film crew all set up in front of it.
Way too good. Look, that was.
I guess our humiliation so they can glory in it.
So they came down on helicopters?
Yeah. Oh, they have that thing where like they drop like a long rope and then they come down. 300 of them all in there. It wasn't even an actual objective, it was just to humiliate people, but also intimidate people. They're showing it on they have their own Twitter feed, TikTok feed, playing music. It shows like those sick motherfuckers. Every damn Democrat and Republican
the Black Panther under the gun of the FBI, as did all of the Black Liberation Movement. It didn't matter what positions you took. It mattered that people related to those positions, that people understood what you were saying, that people supported you. And I think that when J. Edgar Hoover and those who control the United States government understood how many young people looked to the party for leadership, how many young people were inspired by the Black Panther Party, how many young people supported the activities of the Black Panther Party. And it was, people just ordinary street people who working people, mother and grandmother who come to the office and bring clothes, come to the office and make donations. So the government just perceived us as a gift because they understood that we were serious. And there was also that we were a much more sophisticated opposition. We were not just the piece of pie opposition, but that we wanted a real structural change in the United States. And so we took very clear positions to oppose the United States government intervention in Vietnam. We opposed the blockade against Cuba and all of the other U.S. policies that were hostile to the Cuban Revolution. We opposed the United States policies of supporting apartheid in South Africa. We opposed government's imperialist policies against all progressive people's struggles. By the 1960s, the end of the 1960s, the Black Liberation Movement became the main target of the counterintelligence program. And what they did, tried to neutralize all of our leaders to prevent young people from coming together and uniting. And so what they did is try to pit organization against organization. They tried to pit leaders in the same organizations against each other. In New York, where I was, what they did was they arrested, I think it was 1967, 1968, I'm not very clear on the date, I don't remember it at this moment. They arrested on charges of our most effective activists, of our most effective leaders. As a movement, have to concentrate a lot of our energy on trying to liberate our imprisoned comrades. And even though they were given bail, the bail was $100,000 and only a few of them we were able to bail out. I think Black Panther Party came out with Black Liberation.
That's brand new right there.
And something in the past. African people are still not free, and there are still many political prisoners in the United States. It is time for us to demand total immediate
answer. Right there. No. This one's brand new too. This sweater.
Take ourselves seriously. Do not take our movement seriously. Then we will have to hang our heads in front of our heads.
They just left this out here and disrespectful. Nobody put this
I use one drop at a time.
That shit, that shit you ain't supposed to put
in a room, isolated for something like 4 or 5 days. I was beaten, tortured. It was a hellish experience. No one was permitted to see me. My aunt, who is also my lawyer, Evelyn Williams, had to get a court order for her and my mother and my sister to come and see me. I was in prison altogether 6.5 years. I spent more than 2.5 in solitary confinement. Much of that was in men's prisons. In other words, I was the only woman. Even though they made it, there are no political prisoners in the United States. I was kept in solitary confinement, kept in men's prisons because of my political beliefs. So you figure that one out. What it was, help. It was a new kind of
Just like your feet right here.
plantation. I feel like a Maroon woman. I feel like an escaped slave. I saw it in the United States in those prisons was slavery. It was black people with chains in cells. It was just poor people, just stepped on and smashed. I'll never forget what I saw. I'll never forget what I've lived through. I'll never forget what my people have lived through.
So we got the free food, free clothing program.
We started to feel an attraction, to feel like human beings again, I guess is the word for it.